girl was hanging from a 20,000-meter tall tower. She asked her friend Sarah to do the same. Sarah hesitated at first, but eventually she agreed. She was hanging with just one hand. Their friend Hunter was clicking photos when suddenly Sarah's hand started slipping, but Hunter pulled Sarah up just in time. When they decided to go back down, Sarah started climbing down first, but she had no idea that a bench had fallen onto the stairs. As soon as her full weight landed on the stairs, they broke. Sarah started falling rapidly, but fortunately, her safety belt was fastened, which held her. Her friend immediately spun the rope and pulled Sarah up by grabbing her legs from the pole. Both of them breathed a sigh of relief, but the real trouble had just begun because there was no way to go down, and they hadn't told anyone they were there. When they checked their phone, the height was so great that there was no signal. The girl wrote a message for help on her phone, tied it with a rope, and started lowering it. The hope was that once it got a signal, the message would be delivered to someone. But when that didn't work, the girl decided to hang herself lower. Still, the message wasn't sent. The girl thought about throwing the phone down because as soon as it received signal, there was a possibility of getting help. She first put the phone in her lap, then placed it in her shoe and threw it down. When she looked from above, she saw a man and his dog on the ground, who were busy with a phone. Sarah immediately threw the shoe toward him to get his attention, but the man didn't notice. When night fell, they fired a flare gun and started flashing their phone lights. Fortunately, two men saw them, but instead of helping, they stole his car. In the morning, their bag got stuck in the antenna while falling, which had a drone inside it. She thought this was the only way to get help. Her friend hooked everything around, then started hanging down using a rope, but the rope didn't reach that far, so the girl untied the rope and got ready to jump. Sarah stopped her, but luckily she landed safely on the antenna. She took a water bottle out of the bag and quenched her thirst. Sarah was also thirsty and she just watched her. But now there was another problem. The rock they had climbed from was far away, so she took a selfie stick from the bag and used it to attach the bag to the rope. She jumped on it and grabbed the rope. Sarah started pulling her up immediately, but suddenly her hand slipped and her friend went straight down. When Sarah looked down in fear, fortunately, her friend was tied to the rope, but her hand was injured. Sarah pulled her back up and wrote a note for help, which she flew toward a house using the drone. But before it could reach the house, the drone crashed into a car and broke.